Hello and welcome to Zwift Route Guides. This is the route guide for Watopia's Waistband. It will be the route for the opening stage of the Fall 2021 Zwift Racing League, which is a team time trial. Now let's get into the footage. So you can see here that we're starting on Tempest Fugit. We pass the start pens there on the left, which will be your start pens when you do this event. It is an event-only course, so you have to ride it as part of an event, or as what I'm doing here, as a Rebel route, because it will not appear as under the route selector for Zwift, or as an option for a meetup with your friends. Now this route is extremely flat at 95 meters of elevation gain over 25.5 kilometers, plus the 2.5 kilometer lead-in. So it's about 28 kilometers total with under 100 meters of elevation, meaning your best option will be to get a bike as aero as you can get. Now here I'm on a time trial bike because that's as aero as I can get by myself. However, if you're doing this course as part of a team time trial, you are going to want to be able to draft off of your teammates, which means you cannot use your time trial bike. You have to use a road legal bike in order to get the draft benefits. This Tron bike is one of the best options for this, but you can also use the Trek Madon, the Cervelo S5, any really aero frame with the deepest section wheels you have available to you, such as the Zip 808s, the NV deep sections, which I believe are 8.9, or the disc wheels at higher levels. This course is referred to as the Watopia Waistband because it goes around the outside of Watopia, making a band around the outside. You go around and take in several landmarks such as downtown Watopia, the Fuego Flats that we're on now, the Italian villas, the volcano, and the fishing village. And you can see there that we go straight to head up into the jungle, which is the first of the directions you'll need if you're running this as a Rebel route. And at the top, you're going to want to select left to get out towards the Epic KOM onto this descent. And at the end of that, you're going to want to turn right to get into the tunnels. Then at the intersection from the tunnels, you're going to turn left to get out to the villas, and then you're going to follow that for quite a while. Another important thing to remember if you're doing this as part of a team time trial is that if you are being passed by a team, both the passing team as well as the team being passed are expected to alter their numbers. So the team making the pass is expected to increase their power, while the team being passed is expected to decrease their power, so that there is a significant difference between the two, and no interference happens through the sticky draft effect. You should also note that if you are dropped from your team, drafting another team is not allowed in team time trials. Now at the top of this hill, you're going to turn left to get to the Italian villas. So as I was saying, in team time trials, you are not allowed to draft off of other teams. So if you get dropped by your own team, we're going to turn left to the volcano here. If you're dropped by your own team, you need to finish it by yourself. You cannot get into another team's rotation and have a faster team drag you back up to your team. I have seen it before where a bunch of riders that have just happened to have been dropped by their own teams kind of group up at the end. They don't interfere with anyone else, and they can kind of work as a small group of lone riders to get to the end, and that's usually okay. However, you cannot interfere with the rotation of another team. We're going to turn left here to get back out to downtown. Now, as we come through downtown, you're going to see the arch for downtown. This is not your finish line. You're going to keep going straight through it and head out towards the desert. Now, you need to turn left here, and you see that I missed. And you're going to need to turn left again in a couple seconds, which I miss again, which is the struggle of running this as a rebel route, is you have to be paying attention to your turns in order to hit them all properly. Now you'll notice from here to the end is again basically all flat. However, we're going to return to talking about the climbs a little bit, because while there's only 95 meters of climbing, you can make up significant amounts of time on those climbs if you are able to time them properly. It's important to keep your team together as you go over the climbs, because it's not worth it to gain 15 seconds on another team if you're then going to take 30 seconds to regroup before getting back up to speed going down the other side. So make sure you keep your team together and try to get your fastest time possible. And you'll see here we're coming to the sprint line, and that is where the course ends. Now I do aim to get these videos up a little earlier than this. I'm hoping to get them up on Fridays. However, my work schedule last week was a little hectic and led to this being quite delayed. Overall, if you found the video helpful or useful, give it a like, subscribe if you want to see the rest of them for the remaining of the Zwift Racing League season, and let me know how your races go in the comments below. Have a wonderful day.